Hello. Just take a seat anywhere. So, hello everybody. Welcome to the Astronomy Club meeting. It's great to see so many new people here today. So, just as a general FYI, we record all of the meetings. We record only sound and the screen, so there's not like a video camera in here. Don't worry about it. And I try never to have the meetings last more than half an hour. Sometimes they run long, but I just start speaking more quickly. So, welcome to the September 5th meeting. And first order of business is a huge thank you to everyone who helped out at the ASUA Club Fair today. It was hot and humid and somewhat annoying to be outside, but thank you all for helping out. Thank you all for coming, those of you who saw us at the Club Fair today. And so thank you to Allie, Jake, Mandy, CT, Carmen, Brent, Lauren, Chrissy, Chi, and anyone I missed. I hope I didn't miss anybody, but raise your hand and I'll be... Thank you.
And thanks to everyone who stopped by and is now here because of that.
Yes.
You are awesome.
Yes.
And you can't leave.
Ever. So first things first, we have a start of semester star party for club members and a few other groups may be joining us as well. This Friday, September 7th, from 5:30 p.m. or so to about 10, we will meet here in this courtyard of Seward. So where the dome is, there's a sort of courtyard right next to classroom N210. And that's where we'll meet at 5:30. We shouldn't meet in, well, we can't meet in the building because the building will be locked, but we'll meet there, drive out to Catalina State Park, which is a very nice dark site, and then probably be back here by 10 o'clock or so. And how many people have cars and would be willing to drive? Don't be shy, we do need...
Maybe depending on, because I have to drop someone off the airport on Friday, so I can get back
Okay.
in time.
Okay. Well, we may need to have a car sign up as well if there aren't that many. But this will be a potluck dinner. So usually the rule is if you're driving, you don't have to bring an item of food because you're contributing like the cost of driving out there. But everybody else, I will send out an email with a link to a sign-up sheet for what you can bring. And there's some grills out there. We usually do hamburgers and hot dogs. How many people here are vegetarian and are planning to go on Friday? All right. Well, for the two of you, we'll find some vegetarian food, yeah. I know them really well, which is why I tease them. Yeah, I know, right? No. Just if you have any dietary restrictions, let me know, and we will do our best to accommodate. Hello. So, I will send out that link tonight or tomorrow, and I want to make sure we have enough food for everyone. I'm not planning on passing around a sign-up sheet, but can I just get a quick show of hands who would like to join us for the star party on Friday? Okay, cool. Yes, I saw it. It's not my fault. So there may be two other groups joining us. I invited the Steward graduate students. We're trying to get a lot more, I would say cooperation, but really communication would be a better word, between the undergrads and the grad students. They want to have... They want to know us better. They want us to know them better. It's very good for department cohesion and also for research and for knowing what you might want to do in the field, or if you want to do something unrelated but still want to be in astronomy, it's a very good thing. So I invited them. They may come, they may not, depending on how busy and or social they're feeling. Also, SEDS, Students for the Exploration and Development of Space, will be joining us. They have their own telescope. We will be bringing the Steward telescopes, so an 8-inch and a 9 1/4. But SEDS has their own 18-inch Dob as well. 16-inch Dob. Dobsonian telescope that they will be bringing as well. I think it's 18.
I think it is 18.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a lot of fun. And we didn't do one last year, but we did a star party like this 2 years ago that was great fun. Also, the cost of admission to the park is $7 cash. We'll be getting there after hours, so it has to be cash, unfortunately.
Per car.
Per car, yes. But if you are interested, please let me know. I will send out I'll just send out an email to the listserv with potluck items and sign up. And that's fantastic, and I hope to see all of you on Friday. Huzzah. Also, on the Star Party front, the Sabino Canyon Star Party had to be canceled on Saturday due to incessant cloudiness. We will have one next month, October 6th, I think. First Saturday in October. Meet here at 4:30. Star Party starts at 5:30, and we'll start striking set around 9:30 and go have dinner. Same as it always is. We have a paid Star Party on Thursday, September 20th. I would like to have at least 3 people for that, so if you're interested, I will pass around a sign-up sheets, and I'll even pass around a pen this time. But it would be good if we could have, since we are being paid for this Star Party and it is for a professional event, it would be good to have at least 3 people, more if possible, for that. And if you don't know a lot about Star Parties and aren't interested in that because you're brand new, that's fine. It's okay. I'm just trying to get a head count for this Star Party. Unrelated to Astronomy Club, but possibly of interest to all of you because you're all interested in astronomy, the OSIRIS-REx mission, which is an asteroid sample return mission, they're going to go take a sample of an asteroid and bring it back, is looking for OSIRIS-REx ambassadors, which are people who will sort of represent the project in the community, but mostly do education and public outreach work, sometimes in schools, sometimes for school groups at Flandreau. There are a couple other ways to do that. It should be an average of 1 to 3 hours per week. It might be more some weeks, might be less. It's at least a year-round position. So they are planning things for like the Tucson Festival of Books, which isn't until March. You'd be working with all age groups, sort of a very wide variety of people, and some of it will be specifically for the OSIRIS-REx mission, and some of it will be for planetary science or for science in general or for astronomy, something like that. There was a training session on August 22nd. There is another one on September 20th from noonish to 2ish. That's the information I have. I'm not trying to be cagey. It's approximately noon to approximately 2. So if you're interested, please email me or email Anna Spitz, who is the person at the Lunar and Planetary Lab, LPL, who's coordinating the OSIRIS-REx ambassadors. And if you're interested, have fun. Good luck. I can send out an email with the official flyer as well, and I will do that by the end of the week. For those of you who were here last week, I have emailed the AAS public policy fellow about advocating for astronomy on Capitol Hill. I haven't heard back yet because I emailed her over Labor Day weekend, but I will let you know when I do. If anybody else is interested in this, this is a program that the American Astronomical Society, which is the professional organization of astronomers in the U.S., or the largest anyway, has what's called a Communicating with Washington program, which is basically where astronomers go and speak to their representatives about why astronomy is important, why astronomy should be funded, why astronomy should be supported at the federal and state level. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. Fun activities. We have them, mostly because if we don't, we'll go insane. So, or if you're already there, you enjoy every minute of it, of course.
Welcome.
So the next sort of non-science related event is our monthly movie night. It'll be Friday, September 21st at 6 p.m. Room and movie to be determined, but it'll be in here somewhere, in this building somewhere. And movie, I'm still not decided between Ancient Aliens and a really bad Sci-Fi Channel movie like Sharktopus, except we've already seen that one. If anybody has any suggestions or requests, feel free to let me know. And we will plan a hiking event. Allie is not here today, so we aren't going to commit to a hiking date quite yet, but there are a couple dates that look pretty good for a lot of people, so we will have some hiking later this month. And game nights, we have them irregularly. If you guys want one, we can schedule one soon, but I'd rather wait till more mid-semester since things are starting to get crazy again. Projects are continuing. For those of you who are new, the Astronomy Club has several different projects that we do. 2 of them are research projects. One of them is instrumentation and construction, and one is an outreach project. So the Exoplanet project is one of our research projects. It's our oldest one. And we observe transiting extrasolar planets and determine their basic properties. We're also trying to see if we can detect magnetic fields, which would be a first. Pretty much a first. There's one group who says they have done it, but we're not positive. So that would be a first in the field. If you're interested in being part of this research project, which if you're an astronomy major, get involved in research right away. I don't care what it is, but get involved in research right away. And if you're not and you want to be part of the research projects, fantastic. You don't need to know anything about the subject to be involved in a research project. We'll teach you everything you need to know. So for the Exoplanet project, there is a sign-up sheet here. You'll probably have to use the back if you want to sign up for it. But sign up for the Exoplanet project and talk to Jake Turner, who is the head of said project. And meetings are set at Thursdays at 5 p.m. in the Steward Computer Lab, which is room 208 downstairs. Yeah. Thursdays at 5. If you can't, somebody will be manning the doors to make sure you can get into the building at 5. The Binocular Telescope project meetings are TBD. I think Blythe has actually determined a meeting time, but has yet to communicate it to anyone. We are building a small binocular telescope, which was inspired by the large binocular telescope on Mount Graham. We're trying very, very, very hard to finish the telescope this semester, and I think it will get done. So Blythe is out of town currently, I think, but he will be here to discuss the project next week or the week after. But if you're interested, email him at that address. Also, all of these videos that we take at the meetings are posted online on our website. So if you don't have time to write something down, if I'm going very quickly, or if you miss a meeting, go look on the website. Other projects, outreach group, we do education and public outreach is very near and dear to the heart of the Astronomy Club. It's partly a matter of sharing our passion, partly a matter of just getting kids interested in science in any form. And what we're doing is developing activities and curricula for our specific outreach events, but also we'll be posting them online. Anyone who's interested can look them up at any school anywhere in the world and use them. Very open source. So if you're interested in doing outreach, you can do it as a 1-credit course called Sci 299. And meetings will be Wednesdays at 5 p.m. right after this meeting. There's no meeting this week because Allie McGraw, who's in charge of this group, has to work this evening, but most weeks there will be a meeting. And our final project is the radio project, which has nothing to do with being a ham operator, I'm sorry to say. But radio astronomy is a particular type of astronomy which is incredibly interesting and crazy and unique. I was going to go with unique.
That too.
Radio astronomy is astronomy generally at very, very low energies because you're talking about radio wavelengths, which are compared to nanometers, very long. You can mostly look at molecules, especially at very low temperatures, which means you do a lot of star formation, which is a very fascinating topic. And if you really want to learn about astrochemistry, please talk to Yancey Shirley, because he's the best person to describe it.
And he's the one that sort of leads this project.
Yes, he's the one who leads this project. Meetings are Tuesdays at 5 p.m. in N505, which is basically here, but 2 floors up. There's no meeting next week, but if you're interested, talk to Mandy, and we'll get you put on the radio project listserv.
It's really, really cool.
It's really cool. Also, for both of the research projects, for the exoplanet project and for the radio project, we observe on telescopes around Tucson. So the radio project uses the 12-meter radio telescope out on Kitt Peak, which is 1 hour and 12 minutes. I've made that drive a lot. And
if I'm driving.
it can be faster if I'm speeding a little bit.
Anyway.
And the exoplanet project uses, we've used a couple of satellites as well, but mostly the 61-inch Kuiper telescope on Mount Bigelow, which is also approximately 1 hour and 12 minutes as it happens.
It's a lot of fun to do observing projects.
It's a lot of fun to do observing. It really is. If you are interested in observing in anything with the Astronomy Club that involves transportation and you don't have your own transportation, don't worry about it. We have people who have cars. We will take care of it. Do not let that hold you back. Just a note, we mentioned last week we are deleting our Facebook group. We are keeping our Facebook page. Don't ask me how there came to be 2 of them, but we want to only use 1. So we'll be deleting the Facebook group this week. Make sure to like our page to stay connected to us on Facebook. Member pages, we have them. If you are a returning member, you should have a member page because it would be really, really good. Email a short description of yourself and your current... It's mostly to say what you're working on, but also a little bit of personal stuff, like I do have keto, and that's something that I'm very passionate about. You're welcome. Those are posted on our website. You don't have to have a picture if you don't want one, but...
What kind of keto? What kind of keto?
No, hap keto.
Oh.
And so style hap keto. Membership, if you are interested in becoming a member, there are 2 things you need to do. One is pay dues. Dues are $10 a semester, see CT, to pay dues. He's our treasurer. Also, please fill out our membership form. This is not so that we can stalk you more easily, but so that we can get information that's useful to us, like how did you hear about the club, or do you have a car, or... there's also, if you're interested in learning, in being certified to drive a high occupancy vehicle, which is 15 seat vans, 15 passenger vans. We can arrange that for you as well. So please fill out the membership form if you're a new member, or even if you're already a club member and you never did fill out the membership form, please do that. If this is your first meeting and either you're not sure or you don't really want to pay $10 today, we have a policy to not squeeze $10 out of people who are here for the first time. So...
I'll be nice, I promise.
Really?
No. Not you.
If you do want to become a member of the club, please pay your dues. If this is your first time here,
It can wait.
it can wait at least until next week. Research presentations, we do occasionally have them. Research presentations are an opportunity for us as students to present a recent research project to the Astronomy Club, who are other students, generally not familiar with the topic, so you learn to communicate your work to pretty much anybody. And next week, Mandy Walker-LaFollette will be presenting the results of her summer research project at the National Radio Astronomy Observatory, a survey of 44 gigahertz masers and star formation towards the galactic center. And you should all attend. And just one final note. Anyone interested in attending AAS conferences? I mentioned the American Astronomical Society as the largest professional organization of astronomers in the United States. They have 2 conferences every year, one in January, one in June. This year's, the winter conference, the January conference, is always larger. This year's winter conference will be in Long Beach, California, which means We could drive without even having to drive all night like we did to get to Austin. Yeah. Especially if you are interested in going on in the field if you're interested in going to grad school, if you're interested in doing research, if you're interested in networking with other astronomers, go to AAS. I don't care if you're a freshman, go to AAS. That having been said, it's really a lot better to go to AAS to present research than to just go, although it is good to go and make sure you attend all the sessions.
Period, but
go period.
Also go and present research.
Yeah.
We make it fairly easy for that to happen.
Yes.
So.
We will not be presenting the radio project at AAS this year simply because we just changed projects. We would have to submit an abstract before we have any data, which is generally a terrible idea. So we will be presenting, a number of us will be presenting individual research, and we will be presenting the exoplanet project. So if you don't have research and you want to go to AAS, I suggest you, I highly encourage you to become involved in the exoplanet project. We can request funding from ASUA for travel. We can only request it for 3 people, which means the more people go, the cheaper it is for everybody else. And it's not that those 3 people have an all-expense paid trip and the rest of you are SOL. It's that just defrays the cost for everybody. So if you are interested in going to AAS, if you have outside funding for AAS, please come talk to me today, now. The abstract deadline is October 1st. If you don't submit an abstract, you can't go, pretty much. And I believe the early registration deadline has passed or will pass very, very soon. Regular registration ends on November 13th, I believe.
Also point out that it's a really good idea to go as a volunteer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then that covers your registration.
Yes.
And so especially if you don't have research to present to your freshman or whatever, you can go as a volunteer.
Yeah.
And it would be a really good idea to do this once it's too close.
Yeah. The summer AAS next year is in Indianapolis, which is going to be a lot harder to get to. So
Early registration ends the 15th.
early registration ends September 15th, which means some of us should get on that. And you don't have to be a member of AAS to present. Trust me, you want to be a member. The registration fees are through the roof if you're not.
Yeah.
So that's just an extra layer
Every
of paperwork.
year that you're a member is another year you can add to the resume of being a member of AAS.
Yes.
And there are levels of membership. So
Yes.
like undergrads get junior membership, which is a lot cheaper than all of the other ones.
Yeah. Junior membership I think has gone up to $70 now. Registration as a junior member is $152, which is waived if you volunteer a certain number of hours. All that is logistical stuff. Trust me, we have lots of ways to defray the cost. It will still cost something, but we have lots of ways to defray the cost. So if you're interested, don't let the cost stop you. Get involved in a research project. Let us know if you're interested in going, like, now.
Basically, talk to us. We will make it happen.
Yes.
We are magical.
Yes.
Sort of.
And one final note. I know I've been talking for a while. I'm sorry. I promise the meetings will get shorter eventually. I mentioned a couple weeks ago there's a colloquium series that Steward puts on jointly with the NOAO right across the street. It's just called this Steward NOAO colloquium series. It starts tomorrow. They are always Thursdays at 4 p.m. in classroom N210. At 3:30 there are refreshments in the lobby, and I believe there's still a sort of intro to the subject information session for people not familiar with the topic, like undergrads, at 3:30, right out here in the interaction area. I will have to check on that, and if it's not true, I'll let you guys know. But basically, if you're here at 3:30, you can get food and or information about the topic. It is bad form to take the free food without going to the talk, but you should go to the talks. They are interesting if you have time. So that's everything. Does anybody have anything to add before I stop the recording?
Is there I think I'm on the list, but I'm not sure. Is there a place we can get like all of this information whenever like we want or something?
We record these and post them on the website.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. There would be so much more spam if I sent out an email about everything I cover in the meetings. You don't want that, trust me. All right, I believe that is it.